Iota cost expectation for August 2024. To start with, cost at 719 rands. Exorbitant cost 719, while low cost 562. They found the middle value of cost 651. Iota cost gauge toward the month's end 604, change for August 16%. Iota gauge for September 2024. To start with, cost at 604 rands. Exorbitant cost 750, while low cost 604. They found the middle value of cost 665. Iota cost gauge toward the month's end 701, change for September 1%. Iota cost expectation for October 2024. In the first place, cost at 701 rands. Exorbitant cost 870, while low cost 701. They found the middle value of cost 771. Iota cost gauge toward the month's end 813, change for October 16%. Iota gauge for November 2024. In the first place, cost at 813 rands. Exorbitant cost 899, while low cost 781. They found the middle value of cost 833. Iota cost estimate toward the month's end 840, change for November 3%. Iota cost expectation for December 2024. First and foremost, cost at 840 rands. Exorbitant cost 872, while low cost 758. They found the middle value of cost 821. Iota cost estimate toward the month's end 815, change for December 3%. Iota figure for January 2025. Before all else, cost at 815 rands. Excessive cost 829, while low cost 721. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 785. Iota cost figure toward the month's end 775, change for January 49%. Iota cost expectation for February 2025. Before all else, cost at 775 rands. Excessive cost 775, while low cost 653. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 726. Iota cost figure toward the month's end 702, change for February 94%. Iota conjecture for walk 2025. At the outset, cost at 702 rands. Excessive cost 702, while low cost 567. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 645. Iota cost conjecture toward the month's end 610, change for spring 1%. Iota cost expectation for April 2025. Initially cost at 610 rands. Excessive cost 710, while low cost 610. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 649. Iota cost figure toward the month's end 664, change for April 89%. Iota cost expectation for June 2025. First and foremost, cost at 623 rands. Exorbitant cost 623, while low cost 512. They found the middle value of cost 577. Iota cost estimate toward the month's end 551, change for June 11.6%. Iota figure for July 2025. Before all else, cost at 551 rands. Excessive cost 652, while low cost 551. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 591. Iota cost figure toward the month's end 609, change for July 10.5%. Iota conjecture for September 2025. At the outset, cost at 706 rands. Excessive cost 767, while low cost 667. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 714. Iota cost conjecture toward the month's end 717, change for September 16%. Iota cost expectation for October 2025. At the outset, cost at 717 rands. Excessive cost 779, while low cost 677. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 725. Iota cost figure toward the month's end 728, change for October 15%. Iota cost expectation for December 2025. Initially cost at 661 rands. Excessive cost 768, while low cost 661. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 702. Iota cost figure toward the month's end 718, change for December 86%. Iota cost expectation for February 2026. Initially cost at 654 rands. Excessive cost 812, while low cost 654. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 720. Iota cost figure toward the month's end 759, change for February 1%. Iota gauge for walk 2026. To start with, cost at 759 rands. Exorbitant cost 825, while low cost 717. They found the middle value of cost 768. Iota cost gauge toward the month's end 771, change for spring 16%. Iota cost expectation for April 2026. To start with, cost at 771 rands, exorbitant cost 838, while low cost 718. They found the middle value of cost 780. Iota cost gauge toward the month's end 783, change for April 16%. Iota gauge for May 2026. Before all else, cost at 783 rands, excessive cost 852, while low cost 740. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 793. Iota cost figure toward the month's end 796, change for May 17%. Iota figure for September 2026. Initially cost at 785 rands, excessive cost 785, while low cost 680. They found the middle value of cost 745. Iota cost estimate toward the month's end 731, change for September 69%. Iota cost expectation for October 2026. Initially cost at 731 rands, excessive cost 825, while low cost 717. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 761. Iota cost figure toward the month's end 771, change for October 5%. Iota figure for November 2026. Initially cost at 771 rands, excessive cost 957, while low cost 771. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 848. Iota cost figure toward the month's end 894, change for November 16%. Iota cost expectation for February 2027. In the first place, cost at 1114 rands, exorbitant cost 13.1, while low cost 1114. They found the middle value of cost 1186. Iota cost gauge toward the month's end 1216, change for February 92%. Iota gauge for walk 2027. In the first place, cost at 1216 rands, exorbitant cost 13.21, while low cost 1149. They found the middle value of cost 1230. Iota cost estimate toward the month's end 1235, change for spring 16%. Iota cost expectation for April 2027. First and foremost, cost at 1235 rands, exorbitant cost 1343, while low cost 1167. They found the middle value of cost 1250. Iota cost estimate toward the month's end 1255, change for April 16%. Iota estimate for May 2027. At the outset, cost at 1255 rands, excessive cost 1558, while low cost 1255. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 1381. Iota cost figure toward the month's end 1456, change for May 16%. Iota cost expectation for June 2027. To start with, cost at 1456 rands, exorbitant cost 18